forehands is what Brooke Buckner does best, in her own words. First serve on her paddle, too. Got a heavy serve to that point, Alex.
Yeah, that was an absolute monster serve. She really uses her lower body. When talking about generating power off the serve, it starts with your legs. It starts with your core. People always ask me, how does the 90-pound girl hit the ball harder than me? I said, pay attention to how she transfers her weight.
Point.
Too much pressure early on from Buckner.
And when you say pressure, where does Brooke Buckner pressure you the most, other than the roping forehand situation?
Yeah, I think, again, she's looking to move forward here. Genie had no time. 2 missed returns there now. I think if Genie can set herself and pass, she can pass as well as any women on the side. But right now, Brooke not giving her any good looks.
Nice. Oh, Buckner's on it. Wow, Buckner goes for Brooke. Genie Bouchard hangs on. Best point of the match. And we are only 3 points in.
Great movement, sideline to sideline from Buckner. Good patience from Genie there. I had an overhead like that yesterday, and I missed it straight in the net.
Ah, I hate when that happens.
But as soon as it went up, the way the match was going at that point, I knew that's where it was headed.
C-Rec players, even the pros, miss overheads. They're just like us. Nice big serve there from Genie Bouchard. Re-signed with the UPA and PPA Tour for years to come. Does a lot of great things for the sport.
Point.
Really good dipper there from Genie. I like that.
Two, three. Point.
That one sails just a little bit long. We are all square at 3 apiece here.
Three, three. Point.
That's wide as well.
All right, Genie Bouchard taking control, unafraid of the Brooke Buckner power.
4-3.
Like that green sock combination there.
Nice.
How about that?
Wow. Bouchard. What an angle.
And that's the maturity you see there from a tennis player. You see her, initially you want to rip. You find out quite quickly that playing the angles, playing the soft game, it definitely has value.
It's a nice ball from Buckner. Goes the other way. Bouchard's on it. Throws a lob that's deep.
Side out.
Well, remember, Alex, this match happened earlier this season at the Masters to start the year in January. Genie Bouchard beat Buckner in 3.
3-5.
So Buckner has the ranking, but Bouchard has the win in the matchup.
Point.
Cooked it wide there. Another point for Buckner, chance to tie it.
Just rushed it a bit there. Sometimes at the line you can feel like you have no time at all. It's little time, but more than you think sometimes.
Point. Five, five. Side out.
Tie game situation. Let's see if Bouchard can pull ahead here.
5-5. 5-5.
There it is again.
Wow.
Media timeout.
Genie Bouchard jumps ahead by 1. Event on the schedule, but catch us up, Alex. What have you seen so far on both sides?
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the way Genie has slowed the game down a little bit for herself. As a tennis player coming in, the temptation is to try to power through everything, and Genie has played some really nice angles, some really good shorter volleys. And right now she's playing very controlled singles.
It's wide for Buckner. Genie Bouchard taking full control and playing with a different paddle than she's usually playing with and finding ways to carve out success. What are you seeing with some finesse?
Yeah, I think with paddles, I think it's all about continuing to play with confidence here. I think what she's playing with today is a little bit softer, a little bit less powerful, but I think she's used that to her advantage. Not trying to rip passing shots, but dipping the ball, playing the angles. I'm very impressed by how she's adjusted early on here.
Oh, my.
Yeah, and just the maturity to roll it and place it.
Yes. Referee timeout. We have a play at side out 9-5.
Worth a second look there for Brooke Buckner. Does burn her free challenge with it, though. Final stretch here in game 1.
Side out.
Genie Bouchard on a roll. Finally a miss. Brooke Buckner will try to break things open down 4. Heavy ball from Buckner right on cue on the 3rd. Going to the forehand wing of Genie Bouchard. We know the backhand is seasoned for Genie Bouchard. It was in tennis as well as in pickleball.
6-9.
Still like her shot selection there. She just missed it, but she went for the smart roller.
Does it again. Sets up her favorite shot on the run. Just deep. What worked from Brooke Buckner to fight off a few ferocious shots from Genie Bouchard once again.
Shot making there. I mean, that's a full stretch forehand volley. She carves it out perfectly. That is not an easy shot.
Ooh.
Side out.
Side out. Bouchard needs 2 to take a game.
9-7. Point.
Game point, just like that, for Genie Bouchard.
That's a ball that's easier to miss than it would appear out there. You've got to really focus and trust your stroke.
10-7.
Just a bit tentative from Buckner there. She pushes the duck wide.
What a volley.
All about it, Genie.
Bouchard reads the play perfectly, takes the first game off the world number 5. It's Grand Slam season here in Cincinnati. The road to 2,000 points continues as Genie Bouchard is 1 game away from a quarterfinal appearance and a monstrous. All began, and now the focus is pickleball. She's extended on the Carvana PPA Tour and the UPA. And after this point, Alex, I'd love to get your thoughts on what a player like Genie Bouchard does for the sport of pickleball as far as legitimacy goes and as her journey continues to grow and evolve.
Yeah, I think it adds legitimacy.
Oh, Buckner's there for the counter, but finish your thought there.
What a read. I think it adds legitimacy for a few reasons. I think because initially Genie came onto the tour about a year and a half ago, and she did not have a lot of success right away. I think the thought has been that any high-level tennis player can immediately come in and be right at the top of the game. And while Genie may well get there, I think she even would tell you that she had to learn a lot about strategy and patience and shot selection. And you can see her evolution on display here today, playing a lot more angles, playing a lot more rolls, getting better at the soft game, because as they are similar, they are just as much different. So
Yeah,
thrilled to have her a part of the tour, certainly.
And parlay some knowledge for us. You know what it's like to come from a high-level tennis background, transitioning that to pro pickleball. You kind of touched on it there, more of the soft game. It's counterintuitive, right? Because in tennis, if you come from tennis, you want to drive everything and speed everything up, but there's more of a finesse component to pickleball.
Right, and I think just being willing to adapt. As a tennis player, your strengths are always probably going to be big serves, big drives, and you don't want to totally veer off of that path. But you have to be able to make split-second decisions on the fly, and I think being able to do it, your best pickleball players make the right decisions 99% of the time, whereas I may do it 90% of the time, but that doesn't translate necessarily.
Yeah, razor-thin margins here. A nice opening run for Brooke Buckner here in game number 2.
Fantastic approach from Genie there.
I'm really impressed by Genie Bouchard.
The backhand certainly translates onto the pickleball court.
Yeah, exactly.
That is for sure.
World-class movement, too, on the tennis courts. Shrunken area here and pro pickleball.
Wow.
Got an update for you around the draw. Alex, we followed the Leah Jansen-Salome Davidze match, and Leah Jansen defeats Salome Davidze in 3, so she will advance in the women's singles draw. She will face Caitlin Christian in the quarterfinals. Winner of this one gets the world number 2 in Kate Fahey, whether it's Genie Bouchard or Brooke Buckner.
I think that's the thing I admire about Annalie the most, is her ability to get up for every single match, no matter who the opponent is.
Well, she's world number 1 for a reason.
Side out.
Genie Bouchard comes out of the break firing. Similar story to game 1. Buckner had a big lead, and Genie just chipped away at it, turned the play into her advantage.
0-5.
See if she can do the same here in game 2. Oh my!
Not going to happen if she's hitting shots like that.
Yeah. Buckner holds records at the University of Michigan in college tennis.
5-0. Side out.
Just wide for Buckner, but she was the all-time leader in singles wins in 2015 and doubles as well.
2 very impressive pedigrees on display here.
Bouchard
point
perseveres, hits the scoreboard in game 2. When Genie is rolling, what is working in her game?
Yeah, I think she's winning most of her points at the line.
1-5.
Keeping Brooke back with deep ground strokes, not allowing her to move forward and really drive that forehand into the corners. There she is again.
That is so good.
Point.
Stays patient, doesn't overplay it.
And again, Genie's backhand, she has such a high level of control over that ball, even at the line with 2 hands. That is not an easy shot, but she's able to sort of maneuver it to wherever she wants it on the court. I think she's got to keep moving forward, and preferably to the backhand wing.
Oh, what a shot. Buckner holds on, though, fends off a beautiful dipping roll from Bouchard for the side out.
And again, that's the kind of shot that Genie simply is not hitting a year ago. I know she lost the point anyway, but those are points she's going to win. Rolling the ball on the run rather than trying to smack a pass.
Point.
A little wide there. 4-point advantage for Buckner here.
6-2.
Too much from Brooke Buckner. Ball back to Genie Bouchard. Alex, you have knocked off some of the best players in men's singles, including number 1 at the time, Federico Staxford, at a Grand Slam. Explain the perspective of the quote-unquote underdog from Genie Bouchard after this
2-6
point, and what the mindset has to be against some of the top players in the league.
Side out.
Yeah, I think sometimes the underdog role can work in your favor. Sometimes it can be a bit of a hindrance. I think early on, occasionally maybe we overestimate our opponents and give them too much credit. And anytime you give an opponent too much credit, you can maybe tighten yourself up. I think the importance in a scenario like that is getting into the match, winning a few points and recognizing, okay, this is just another human across from me. It's not a robot. I'm more than capable. So
side out.
Genie winning that first set, obviously getting the win in the Masters earlier this year. I would imagine she has a good deal of confidence here.
2-7.
Beautiful backhand twice from Bouchard.
Great depth.
And what that high-level tennis background also gives you, especially from a professional standpoint, is playing in the biggest venues, on the biggest stages, with the most amount of pressure. Doesn't really faze you when you're matching up against top opponents. What a get. Buckner trying to do everything she can to get Genie Bouchard past, and she's too long and too good at reading the point.
Yeah, and I've seen Genie play tennis and obviously play pickleball a number of times, but watching it from this vantage point that we're up here, I mean, she is extremely long at the line, very difficult to pass.
Oh my, just an unbelievable setup shot. Genie Bouchard
receiver, 5-7.
shining, forging a comeback, trails by just 2 now. And if she can care, Family Tennis Center underwent a major facelift last year. Gorgeous venue, gorgeous weather. Genie Bouchard looking for an upset here in game 2. Call was out. Buckner is not thrilled.
I think her left foot there.
Oh, the fault was called, excuse me, yeah.
The left foot there just grazed the line. And
is it worth a challenge here? Onisha usually
referee
doesn't
timeout.
miss.
We have a challenge of the referee's fault call. The result of the rally puts us at .67. Will not proceed to video review.
I like that Onisha Smith says it in a tone of, you can take this challenge, but this is a bad decision.
Yes. Onisha, very professional, very matter of fact out there. And I've seen players win challenges on out calls numerous times. I don't know if I've ever seen a player win a kitchen fault call. So it never quite feels like you've stepped on the line, but again, 99.9% of the time, those in charge with watching the line are right about it. We'll see if Genie can regroup here. She's been playing well these last few points. Bailed out on a high floater there. Brooke's not going to miss that one very often.
6-7.
What a rope from Brooke Buckner. Goes cross court, heavy to Bouchard. That's one way to move her off the line.
But I like the pattern again. She's had great success approaching to the backhand. I think one good shot shouldn't change the game plan here. Buckner 3 points away from taking us to a game 3 here.
8-6.
See if she can do it. It's good.
Too good.
Yeah. Roll that one back if you're Bouchard. It's been playing excellent brand of pickleball so far to start.
9-6.
This return gives us game point here.
10-6.
And Buckner throws in a heavy serve to take game 2. We're even. One game apiece. A third game battle continues here in Cincinnati. Who will advance to the quarterfinal rounds to face him? We'll see if she can walk it back to take the match.
0-2.
We'll keep tabs after their timeout.
There it is.
Nice.
That's the same pattern.
The recipe is getting to the net, using that length for Genie Bouchard. She has been stellar at that. But Buckner, with an uptick with her passing shots from the baseline, has caused some trouble there for Bouchard.
Just a little wide.
2-2.
Update from Grandstand. Waters back at it. 10-all situation, looking to go up match point on Liz Trueluck, the true underdog in this one. Waters, the world #1, has won more titles than any other female in the history of the sport, and that will probably hold for a long, long time, if not forever.
Mind you, she's only 18 years old.
Yeah. Generational talent.
Point.
Buckner.
I really would have liked to have seen Genie take that second LS ball out of the air. She just kind of got handcuffed there.
10-10.
Doesn't do anything with that ball at the line, and that's an easy pass for Brooke.
Yeah, Bouchard kind of misconnected on one there.
3-2.
Gave Brooke a gimme and a 1-point lead there in game 3.
Side out.
Annalise still battling.
Kudos to Liz
11-10.
Trueluck pushing Annalie Waters in game 2. We don't usually see Waters pushed in round of 16.
Side out.
Jeez.
Side out.
You said it. Brooke Buckner hits it harder than some of the guys.
100%. And the difference between that one and some of the others she's had success on is that Genie was still 3 feet off the line when Brooke made contact there. So, you know, when you're still moving forward, it takes you, it's very hard to split step and anticipate.
Side out.
Because you have to decide what
and the split step is maybe even more important in pickleball in terms of net coverage than it is in tennis, because if you can't split step in time, you can't change directions.
Match point for Waters on Grandstand to your right.
Point. Game
Side out.
12-10.
Wow. World #1 wraps it up in 2 after fighting off game point against. And again, that's why she is the generational talent and face of this sport. And has been since she was 11 years old. Back to center. How about that sequence for Genie Bouchard? We've been stuck at the scoreline for quite some time. Genie Bouchard not shying away from the pace and the heavy hitting of Brooke Buckner.
2-3. Point.
Genie ties it up at 3.
Electing not to challenge, which I think is the right call. I think that one was just barely wide. Long, sorry.
3-3.
Just wide for Bouchard on the 3rd. Trying to spread Brooke Buckner out wide to the forehand to then open up the backhand wing.
3-3. Point.
Wow.
Brooke dips that ball below the net line. Makes it a tricky volley for Genie there.
Buckner reached as high as world #2 in her journey as a pro pickleballer. Big put away for Buckner. Back on top by 2. Also should point out Brooke Buckner has 3 little kiddos back home. Once traveled with her newborn baby while balancing the professional pickleball landscape.
5-3.
Yeah, I have immense respect for especially the young mothers on tour who find a way to compete at the highest level and raise a family.
Point. Timeout.
But inspiration for your littles, seeing mom on the biggest stage of pro pickleball with a 6-3 lead here in game number
6-3.
You can't give Brooke forehands in the middle of the court. That's just a fantastic sequence there. Really good cut volley, and then almost like a hammerhead backhand tomahawk winner there. Goes back behind Bouchard. It can be so tempting to hit every volley to the open court, but again, it's not that big of a court. These people are so fast.
Well, the heads-up decision-making there in a split second for Buckner. Man.
Really good decision-making there.
Bouchard keeping everything to the backhand while Brooke Buckner carved out heavier and heavier angles each sequence.
8-3.
Again, Brooke just a little bit more seasoned, and I think that's what you're seeing here.
Side out.
Let's see. That's a ball that she'll make 19 out of 20 times. Sometimes that's all it takes in a game like
3-8.
this.
Point.
Missed easy volley, missed return. Those are the kind of things that can mentally
4-8.
get you off track pretty quickly. And there's another one.
2 in a row.
Point.
Wonder what my all-time miss returns in a row record is.
5-8.
I think it was against Michael Lloyd in the quarterfinals in Daytona this year. Upwards of 6. Oh my.
Point.
A tough one for Buckner. When do you call a timeout?
Now.
Okay. Monitor it.
6-8.
Told you Bouchard has resiliency to climb back in. Goes deep to the backhand corner. What a shot for Bouchard. Buckner will take a timeout and discuss the rounds on the line between Genie Bouchard and Brooke Buckner.
Foot fault.
Oh no!
Right foot.
On the chance to tie it.
And that's side out.
Buckner.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the referee's foot fault.
The side out.
The rally is side
and
out.
Bouchard
8-7.
is denied.
We'll now proceed to video review.
The tie with a foot fault called.
Now, Mish, previously on this broadcast, we said...
To review the results of the rally stands, there was a foot fault. Free challenge lost. No free challenge was remaining. 1 free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at side out 8-7.
Tough sequence for Genie there because she was in full control of that
Yeah.
point, about ready to tie the score up. Got to reset mentally in a brief instant here.
Yeah,
Time in.
A mind game of what ifs.
8-7.
Big point here, both sides. Man, and a missed return for Bouchard could be costly. Buckner needs 2 points to advance to the quarters.
Lets out a ferocious roar there. Could be
9-7.
inspired.
Oh my, the fight in Brooke Buckner's veins. Match point.
Incredible court coverage there from Genie. That's just a ball you have to make. Doesn't need to be great. I think she tried to do a little too much with it.
10-7.
Oh my! Buckner
11-7.
perseveres, slams the door shut. The world number 5 moving on to the quarterfinal rounds. What a battle and a great display of effort on the other side from Genie Bouchard as well.
Yeah, I think Genie played extremely well. I honestly don't know much she could have done differently in this particular.
The 5 seed gets through it, 11-7 in the third. Doesn't matter about foot fault calls, whether they were phantom or not. She got through them, and she's on the desk with us. Cam.
Welcome to the Pickleball TV desk. Cameron Blackwood alongside Matt Manassi and our winner, Brooke Buckner. Congratulations. I know a little frustration out there, but it was a great win. You took down or lost the first game, but what did you tell yourself in order to regroup and take game 2 and 3?
Yeah, I mean, Genie's playing well. She's so long, so it's hard to get the ball by her. So really, I was like just telling myself to force it, go to the net, make her pass me, just because it's so hard to get the ball by her.
How good does it feel, by the way, when Onisha Smith makes a call on the kitchen line foot fault, and you're like, no, I didn't do it, and then you were right?
Yeah. No, Anisha didn't make that call. I don't usually challenge Anisha.
She's always right.
Yeah,
I heard on the broadcast it was Anisha, so sorry, Anisha.
No, it was the other ref who's also good, but I didn't feel like I ever really get to the line. That's something I'm not good at, so I feel like foot fault calls on me, I'm like, I don't usually get to the kitchen line. So I figured it was worth a challenge, and then when Anisha called the one on Genie, I felt confident that that was correct because it was Anisha.
I love it. That match was so physical, went 3. I was talking to Dylan Seeger off air, and he said you hit the hardest ball he thinks on both tours, men or women. Cam said your calves looked great out there.
They're rocking.
What's the workout routine to get you in this great of shape right now?
Oh man, I have a trainer I use just for weights and stuff, and then I do some on-court sprints. Otherwise, it's just a lot of pickle training really. When I play practice games and singles, I just try to be as physical as I can. So when I play matches, that's how, it feels the same. But as long as my ball goes in, it doesn't matter how hard I hit it. Sometimes it's too hard, but I'm working on that.
So no specifics for your calves.
No,
I'm
well,
sorry.
that's genetics, so thanks, Mom.
Okay, great. Nothing for me. But we do have some highlights for you to talk us through. Like we were saying, I know some frustration within this match here, but what did you think you did well?
Honestly, I just felt like I fought mentally. I didn't feel comfortable in a lot of that match, so I forced myself to come forward, which sometimes I don't always do. And my stretch volleys, I feel like were pretty good in this match, which is also something I've been working on. Just having more control over the ball when I'm on full stretch at the net.
How tough is it when you're playing someone with such length, getting it by her, and then also she's kind of even, I think, forehand and backhand. Backhand maybe slightly better, but you don't want to give the forehand rhythm either.
Right. Yeah, her backhand technique, it's just so solid. She doesn't really give you any errors on that side. But, I was focusing on getting the pass low, rolling more than I normally do, because if you just drive at her, anything above the net, she's so good at angling the ball off that you don't even really have a chance for a 2-ball pass.
And you are one of the moms on tour, and just what you do, you've said it's a superpower out there. But how does your day look so much different than maybe another player that doesn't have a kid if they are traveling with you through a day at a tournament?
It's just, I just have other people to worry about.
Yeah.
I don't have any kids with me here, but I just make sure all their, the sitters are set up, or whoever's going to be with them is set up, snacks, lunches, food, all of that. It's more just logistical stuff, just sitters. So many sitters. So much help. I need so much help.
Don't we all? Moving forward into this week, how do you feel your form was? I know, like I said, frustration today, but moving forward to getting to that Saturday, Sunday potential championship.
Yeah, I've been feeling really confident. I felt like I played well in Bristol. I felt like I played well in Vegas. So I've been feeling more and more confident in singles. Today, I never quite felt super comfortable, but Genie kind of makes you feel uncomfortable. So I was proud of how I fought through that, but feeling confident going forward.
I'm sure Kate Fahey helps you find that comfort on the sideline, in your ear, obviously, tomorrow in the quarters. I don't know if you're going to go to her during the match and say, well, how can I beat you? You're playing against her. Thoughts on that matchup?
Yeah, it's tough. Just we know each other so well. We train together at home. We coach each other when we're not playing against each other. So I think we know each other really well. It's going to come down to who executes more. I always say when I play, people I'm really close to, I just don't look at them in the eye. So I won't be looking at her. We compete hard. We'll get in each other. I fully expect her screams, and I'm going to scream, and then, we'll be totally fine after.
Well, we're excited to watch it. Congratulations, Brooke Buckner, moving on to the quarterfinals.
Thanks, guys.
Our attention turns back to men's singles.